Great, great. Okay, it is. It is
Okay.
great. Great.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm James. This is Steve, and Abdu. Is that how we say it?
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Great. So yeah, we came across you on YouTube because you made some anti-natalist videos.
I did, yeah.
Yeah. Would you like to sort of explain for everyone kind of what your position is on antinatalism? What made you adopt it?
Well, well, personally, it was just an emotion. It was just an experience, basically. Okay. I think you also come from the same place. You simply had a bad experience in your life, and you simply don't want it to. You simply start questioning the ethics of getting birth.
No, no, no.
Getting.
I don't come from that place. I've
Okay.
been
Well, I
privileged
do.
my
I do.
entire life. I'm just an empath.
Well, well, I was not. I wasn't privileged, but
Okay.
but anyway, you start questioning the ethics of birth and things like that, and you simply don't wanna have the burden of getting somebody, uh, getting somebody involved in all this, especially that this somebody would be your son, and you presumably would love your son. And so you take this moral, so you take this moral stance actually from experience, from emotion. But afterwards, when you start to study the books and you start to study the arguments and things, you actually discover that the asymmetry argument, you guys know about it,
Of
that
course.
Yeah, yeah,
that basically the suffering in life does not worth pleasure in life does not worth
yeah.
the suffering in it. So that's
Yeah,
pretty much it.
basically, you don't even need the asymmetry argument, right? You just lay out a few extreme sufferings that happen in life, and then you lay out some pleasures. You can literally see the difference. You don't need a table, you don't need Binata's table, you don't need a lot of philosophy books, right? Something like child rape is too extreme to be justified by any pleasure in this world, like a video game or a music or going on a date. Nothing can
Exactly, yes.
justify puppies being tortured or children being raped, right?
Yes. Okay, yeah, definitely, definitely, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, you
but
go on.
okay, yeah. So I think that's pretty much it. Basically, just summarizing it. And what's your point about pro extinction?
Well, would you agree, all skeptic, that um, you know, yeah, would you agree with David Benatar that life is better off not existing then?
I would agree that that life that it's better to not come to existence, but as long as you exist, it's better for you to stay in existence. There's a difference.
And so, what makes you say that?
Like for example, I don't have any son. My son is better off to not exist, to never to start to exist. But if he ever started existing, it's better for him to keep on existing because we have this biological drive that just keeps on wants us to keep living. That's it.
But if your son was to have children and create more suffering, then can you see how that would be a problem?
Come again? I didn't understand.
I said, if your son were to have children um, and create more suffering, and they have more children and more suffering, can you see how that's a problem?
It is a problem, yes. But here's my thing. Here's my thing. I don't personally I don't go with antinatalism from a moral standard because I'm a nihilist. I don't believe that morality has any objective weight in reality. Okay, it's only a preference that I take. Like for example, it's only that I'm wired to be compassionate with my unborn son. Okay, whether someday I perceive my son to be suffering, I would rather just avoid the pain of seeing my son suffer. This is why I don't want to give him birth.
So if somebody was right next to you and they were experiencing extreme suffering, and you could stop it, would you help them?
Does he want to?
Well, what if they're so in such a state that they can't even ask for help?
If he is in such a state, hmm, I don't think. Probably I would need more thinking into it.
What, just in case he's enjoying the suffering, or?
No, no, no. Because I think there is more into it. Like for example, if he is conscious and he could tell me, for example, to pull the plug, I would do it because he wants to. But if he is not,
Okay,
uh,
well, what
but
if what if somebody was in hell and you could push a button to end their
damn,
life? Would you do it?
what was in hell?
Yeah, if
Is it,
somebody was in hell, an innocent person, and suffering things worse than anyone on the planet has ever experienced, would you push a button to save them and end their existence?
is he able to communicate?
No.
Is there any way that he could ever be able to communicate? Do I know that he could ever be able to communicate in the future?
No.
Hmm. I don't know this information then.
But
Hmm.
you do know that he's experiencing unimaginable
Tremendous.
horrors forever.
I think yeah. I think yeah. The most I think I would lean probably to do that. Yeah. Yeah. Because he is unable to communicate. But this you could see that this cannot be analogous with somebody that he is able to communicate and he basically expresses his deep desire of staying alive. Like for example, we have somebody who is experiencing a deep suffering of cancer, but still he has dreams and he hopes that he will recover and carry on in
See,
life.
see, the problem with this is the same thing David Binatar has also said. Like, uh, you know, uh, being is better, not being born. But if it is
Yeah,
born,
yeah,
then it has dreams, hopes. So
yeah,
you're pretty much in line with David Binatar's ideology. But the
yeah. That's the
problem with
problem.
this is the problem with this is suffering is not just limited to humans, right? So animals are also suffering, and
Definitely,
extremely,
yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
So, and there is like literally zero reason or logic if you say that they should suffer, they should keep suffering, right? So what James was trying to say, what he was trying to make a point is that uh, it is not about existing. So all these beings, right, if they, so you are saying that they have dreams, they have hopes. So when they continue to exist, what they are going to do is they are going to create a fresh batch of organisms who
And
are going to be
express
born
more.
in this
Yeah,
world. Wait a second, and
yeah,
then they
yeah.
are going to suffer, and
Exactly.
then they
Yes.
are going to suffer. Right. So if you are just saying like I won't have children, that doesn't end this cycle, right? There is literally no reason. Like whatever resources your child was supposed to consume is going to be consumed by a wild animal or another person's child, and they are going to suffer,
Okay.
right?
Okay. Then
Wait
do
a
you
second. I'm not finished with my point. So
have?
and then they are gonna suffer, right? So there is literally no reason for you to say that that doesn't need to stop. And like my child, at least my child is not suffering, so I'm happy. I think this is not at all moral. Like there is like literally no logic behind it. There is literally no ethics behind it, because this is the
Exactly. Yeah.
base of discrimination. Whether your child is suffering or someone else's child is suffering or an animal is suffering, a woman is suffering, or a gay person is suffering, or a black person is suffering, suffering is suffering, right? There is
Yeah.
no reason for you to discriminate. So
Yeah.
if you don't discriminate, the only logical thing you can do is you should fight for peaceful extinction for all sentient beings. You should end beings coming into existence, because these beings in existence, their hopes and dreams that you talk about include reproducing, right? And creating the next batch of organisms to suffer. And then they are going to suffer. And then before they die, they are going to reproduce and then create another set of organisms, right? And then these organisms are going to suffer and die again. And then this cycle continues up to infinity. So without discrimination, we humans, we have a moral obligation, because we are the only species who have the capability of thinking about morality, right? Who have empathy. So it makes us morally obligated, right? Because we are the only ones who can,
Okay.
right? It makes us obligated. Like, you can believe morality doesn't have weight, right?
No, okay. Well, this is why I said that I'm a moral nihilist. Okay, I have already expressed that I'm not bound by any morality, but by any moral theory. I've already expressed, I think, that I'm just wired to compassion to my own species, basically to my son or my daughter, because you basically love your children.
That doesn't make any sense. Whether your son suffers or someone else's son suffers,
No,
it is
it
the same
actually
thing.
makes no, it makes sense
It doesn't
because
make sense. That's called
well, let me
discrimination.
let me tell you why it makes sense. Because in my son and my daughter, I have a burden of responsibility. When I say my son suffering, I would say, "Fuck, it is I who brought him to existence." This is the problem. I'm just trying to avoid the pain of putting my
I mean,
child.
like, no, 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 no. The thing is that,
Yeah,
like, for the sufferers, it doesn't matter, whether you directly caused their suffering or you just stood by and watched and
yeah,
did nothing about it. For the
because you
sufferers,
presume.
their suffering happened. So you are just saying that I'm just compassionate to my own species. In other words,
And my own
I am a
children,
bigot.
my own. Yeah.
In other words, I'm a bigot. Right. That you
No, no,
just
no, no.
you literally said bigotry makes sense. This is bigotry. Like, it
No,
makes sense to
no,
me. Right. My
no,
species, my race, my own family. These are the lines that make sense only to bigots,
no, no,
right?
no.
For us
It's not a.
empaths, there is no line. Our line. So if you want to be rational, if you want to be ethical, there is no lines. All suffering is equally bad and equally deserves to be stopped. There is
Yeah,
no difference,
this is.
because
I
when
think.
it comes to suffering, only the victim's perspective matters. You
I
saying that
think.
a white person suffering doesn't matter. My son's suffering doesn't matter. James' son's suffering doesn't matter. Doesn't make any sense at all, and it doesn't
No,
matter in morality. It doesn't matter in ethics. It is not
no, no.
logical.
I think you still don't understand my position here. I'm telling you that I do not come from any ethical theory. I'm not telling you that I'm being moral or ethical. I'm not.
Yeah, you're
I
not.
already
We agree on that.
I already
You're
told you,
not
but
moral.
yeah, but in order for you to tell me that I'm wrong, you need to presume some moral realism, which I do not subscribe to. That's the problem.
Yeah,
I've already told
yeah.
you that
You
I've
you
already
you
told you that.
you you are not moral. You have
Yeah,
accepted that
yeah,
you are a bigot. You just
I'm a
prefer
moral.
your family to not suffer.
I'm a moral nihilist. Yeah, yeah. I've already
Yeah,
told you that.
exactly. I mean, again and
So
again, I am wired to be compassionate towards my own son. I'm a
there's
bigot. I don't care about others. That is the euphemism you are using, right? I'm a moral
yeah,
nihilist, meaning I don't care about anything except whatever I
yeah.
feel. You're just
If
using
you
euphemisms. You
yeah
lost the ethical debate.
okay,
You're
okay.
done.
I'm not into an ethical debate.
You're
I'm
done.
expressing my position. If you are
Tomorrow,
condemned,
if you feel like tomorrow, if this compassionate wiring is gone, and if you feel like raping someone, you'll rape someone because you don't have any moral framework. You're
yeah,
done.
definitely. But the problem is, what you're
Uh,
doing, you're condemning
why?
me on
So
some.
you would really
On,
just rape someone if you feel like it?
Yeah, that's
if
moral nihilism, right? If you feel like it,
You
you
literally
will.
just said definitely.
Yeah,
but I'm not. But I'm not. The problem, I'm not. I'm told you. The problem is
yeah.
what you're doing.
I
What you're
mean,
doing.
yeah,
Still,
you're just wired to be a bigot and not a rapist.
let me talk, man. Let me talk. The problem is what you're doing here, Steve. You are condemning me, but by using moral realism. Could you prove it to be? Could you prove that morality is objective?
Could I prove that morality is subjective?
Yeah,
What is morality then?
because you
What
could
is
only
morality?
what
What is
just let
morality? Morality deals with good
just
and
let
bad, right?
just
I
let
can
me.
definitely say that suffering is bad and stopping suffering is good,
Yeah.
and
Okay. Okay.
no
Okay.
amount
Great.
of good things
Okay.
in this.
Great.
Wait a second.
Steve,
So
I
no amount
agree.
of good things in life can justify the suffering. So
I
suffering is
agree. Okay.
objectively bad. It's a fact. Whoever
But
suffers,
but
they don't suffer, deserve to suffer. It's a fact.
but
You refuse to accept it as per your convenience, but still it's
here's
a
my
fact.
take.
And
Here's my take, Steve.
stopping it is the only rational thing. So rationally, if you look at morality, this is the only moral fact. Like if morality deals
But
with good
okay.
and
Okay.
bad, then extinctionism is a moral fact.
But
So
here's
done.
my take, Steve. That's the problem. The problem is you cannot get a note from an is just because. Let me
The
say.
problem is
Well, let me
you
talk.
don't
I've
realize.
let you talk.
Yeah,
You cannot get a note from an is just because killing is painful or something doesn't make me not kill. Okay, well, raping is painful, but I cannot get a moral obligation just because it is bad, just because it's
exactly.
painful.
We have already established that you are not a moral person. You will rape if you
Yeah,
feel like it. If you
yeah,
will kill if you feel like. We have
but
established that, and this
what you're
debate
doing,
got over 5 minutes ago. This was a debate about ethics, right? You
I
lost
didn't.
the ethical. The moment you said morality has no weight, right? I'll rape a woman if I feel like it. I'm a bigot because I feel like it. You lost the debate. It's done. Like
I was not in a
why,
debate. Were you in a
what do
debate?
you even want to
Were you
prove?
in a
Like
debate, Steve?
you are saying the basic point every criminal in the world is saying. Like you can do whatever the fuck you want. That's it.
Were you like? I want to ask something. Were you in a debate, Steve? Because as far as I'm concerned, I was not.
Eh?
You keep talking about a debate, a debate. Where is the debate? I was not in a
Hey,
debate. We were just talking.
you just said some points opposing us, right? So
Yeah.
that those points are done. Like okay,
What is
let's say
done?
it's a discussion. It's a discussion about ethics, and
Yeah.
the moment you said okay, it's a discussion about ethics. The moment you said I'm not ethical. I'll rape a woman if I get a chance, and
No,
if
I
I
did not
feel
say
like
that.
it, if I
I
feel
did
like
not
it,
say that.
right?
You
If
would
I
do it
feel
too.
like it,
You would do it too.
I feel like a bigot who
You'd
only
do it
cares about
too.
my own son,
Your
right? So
neurology would dictate it.
that is done, right? So what do you want to talk about in ethics? You said you literally said you don't care about ethics.
Just,
You just
just
feel
listen
like
to
it.
me. Just listen to me, Steve. If your
Hmm.
neurology dictates you to do something, you would do it. There is
I
no free
know.
will. So if your
Yeah,
neurology
I
dictates
agree.
that you
I
would,
agree.
if your neurology dictates that you would rape somebody, tomorrow you would do it. There's
Yeah,
no questioning
yeah.
that. That's what I tried to express.
Yeah. If
But
my neurology, wait a second. If my neurobiology, makes me dumb, I'll believe in Jesus, but that doesn't make Jesus, real. The same thing goes to morality as
it
well.
doesn't it,
I am a
it doesn't
rational
have
person.
it
I'm
doesn't
able to see the facts, and you are not, and you are just using determinism as an excuse to devalidate morality and justify bigotry, justify rape, justify anyone doing anything. That's
that's
what
what I
you're
said.
doing. If morality
You
doesn't, your statement, if morality doesn't matter, it doesn't carry any weight, everybody can do what they feel like doing,
That's not
right?
what I said.
That is not, that is not at all like morality,
Steve, that's not
right?
what I said, man. That's not what I said. That's
Okay,
not what I said.
explain.
I said we
What does
have.
it mean to be wired to be, morality doesn't have any weight. I am wired to be only care about my children. What does it mean? Because as far as I know English, that translates to bigotry.
I'm telling you, what you're doing is you're trying to condemn me on moral grounds that I do not subscribe to. You need to
Yeah,
prove
I
to me
know.
that your moral
I'm
grounds are
not willing.
exactly
I am
correct.
not trying to prove anything to you. I am just, see, we are on a live, right? I'm just talking to everybody, right? I'm just trying to prove that this moral nihilism, why I had to be compassionate to only my children, all these things, it is just are euphemisms, and it just amounts to being a bigot, uh, being an immoral person, being an unethical person. That's it. I'm
Only
not
if
trying to convince you of anything. I can't, right? You already said I just can't go to
can,
a rapist who believes
can I
that
talk?
raping women is right, and I
Can I
cannot.
talk?
I'm not going to tell him like try to convince him, try to debate him, right? I'm just going to catch him and put him in a jail. I'm just going to
Can I
forcefully
talk?
stop him, right? So
Can I
you are an enemy. You should
can
be
I talk?
stopped. That's it.
Oh, Steve, man, can I talk? Can I say one sentence?
Yeah.
I know that you are very passionate, okay? But whatever you say is meaningless unless you could prove that morality is objective.
I just said everything. And yeah, I
You
guess,
proved nothing.
determinism. I mean, I have said everything I have to say. And
Okay,
yeah,
then let's.
suffering. See, morality is just a word, right? So if I say that, this is an apple, how can I objectively prove that that is an apple, right? So you will say that it is a subjective thing. That is not the
No, no,
case. If
no.
morality
What I'm
deals with
asking,
good and bad, suffering is
what I'm
uh,
asking you,
suffering is bad. It's a
what I'm
fact.
asking you, Steve.
Stopping it,
What I'm asking.
eradicating it is a moral fact.
Yes,
It's
yes,
done.
yes. I agree. But I've already told you the problem here. You cannot get a
Now,
note
my
from a
okay,
niece.
then uh,
You cannot get a note from a niece just because suffering is bad does not make me morally obligated to stop it. Do you understand the point?
So, but you did say that, like, you would press the button to save that person from being in hell, right?
Just because I'm preferring the pleasure that I think he is
yeah,
avoiding suffering.
this is
But
the
somebody
exact
Exactly,
else,
thing.
because it's being morally consistent and it reduces your ability to be bigoted, right?
no, 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 no,
Out
no.
of sight, out of mind. Okay, but if
This,
the
this is
person
an
suffering is right next to you, of course you feel obligated, don't you? So that just proves it.
Okay,
So
okay.
what you're doing
It
is just
doesn't
saying,
prove
well,
anything.
they're far away from me, so that's
It doesn't.
an
Okay,
excuse
okay,
for me to be selfish and benefit from not helping them.
okay. But it doesn't prove anything. This is me, and I'm wired this way. Somebody else might do this something else. Do you agree
yeah,
with that?
that I
Okay,
agree. We
but
are
okay.
totally
What
that
is
I
the
agree.
difference?
Totally, we are in
What?
agreement.
Okay,
I'm just
who is
saying.
right?
No,
Who is right to
I'm
do?
just.
Who is right? Who is right? Like
Huh?
who is actually right? Me
I
for
am right.
trying to stop the suffering?
I am
No, no,
right.
no, no. Not between me and you. Who is right? For
See,
me trying to
you
stop the
are
suffering.
acting based on feelings. Okay, today, if you feel like
Oh
pressing the
my
red
god.
button, you'll press the red button. Tomorrow, if you feel like raping someone, you will rape someone.
You're doing the same thing, man. You're doing the same thing. Your
I'm not
brain
doing that.
decides what to do. Your brain
I'm not doing
decides.
that.
Your brain
Yeah,
decides
Well,
what.
yeah, that I
explain how
agree.
he's wrong. Explain.
Yeah, that I agree. Yeah, my brain
No,
decides what I'm doing. My brain is just better. That's it. Better than yours. That's it.
okay. All right. Let me just
That's it.
try to express.
Simple.
uh, I realize you try to show your audience that you are superior or anything, but I'm trying to make you understand my point. If me, okay, like for example, I want to stop the suffering, all right, but I have somebody else next to me doesn't want it. Like for example, relishes, like likes or just loves other people to see them suffer. Okay, who would you say that actually is doing the right thing? Who would you say?
What
Uh,
do you mean? Doing the right thing where?
Uh, uh, the person is doing the right thing. Is it me, like trying to stop the suffering and push the red button that you just said, or the other person that doesn't want to? Who is doing the right thing for you guys?
I mean, isn't it obvious?
Me,
that's
me, right?
Uh, whoever's trying to end and prevent
Yeah, I
suffering
said that.
is
That's me.
obviously the better
That's me,
Yeah,
right?
person, though, right?
Why?
yeah.
Why?
See, it's not about doing the right thing or something. So even
It is in your
someone
eyes.
who's wait a second. So
Okay.
even see, even when someone is like doing the right thing for the wrong reasons, right? So that is still going to benefit the victims. So I think my movement, I just keep it based on rationality, for based on victims perspective,
I've already
because
told you.
I
Do you know David Hume? You can't get a note from a niz just because suffering is bad.
again
Makes me
again
obligated to stop it.
somebody
It doesn't.
wait a second, somebody is
Okay.
saying earth is flat, moon is just an illusion,
False
right? That
analogy.
doesn't make it an illusion,
That's
right?
false
So
analogy.
if
That's a
somebody
false
says that
analogy.
Jesus is real,
No.
that
No, no,
doesn't
no, no.
make it
Steve, Steve,
real.
Steve. Let me stop you there
Very
because this
simple,
is a
very
because no, no, no,
very
Steve,
simple.
Steve. This is a false analogy because you're
This
comparing
is not a
physical.
false analogy.
No, because you compare
Suffering is
you.
bad is a
Oh
fact.
my God. Oh my God. Because you're comparing physical facts with things that are contingent on the existence of minds. Morality is contingent on the existence of minds.
Suffering is also a fact.
Suffering is bad. Yeah, we can neurologically demonstrate
Yeah,
that
that's
it
a fact.
happens. Yeah, it is a
Yeah,
fact,
that's a
physical
fact.
fact. But you
And
cannot get a note
yeah,
from a niece. You cannot.
pleasures don't justify. Yeah, pleasures don't justify the suffering. That is also
You ca-
a
you
fact.
ca- you cannot get a note from a niece. Just because they are suffering does not make me morally obligated to stop to want to stop it. That's what I'm trying to communicate.
Why not?
Yeah, that I see. Well, you don't believe in such
What do you mean?
things,
What
and
people? There are,
yeah,
do you know about
yeah,
sadist
your morality.
people?
See, that is a really an oxymoron. To be honest, morality exists to be enforced. To be really honest with you, because like if
Mm, yeah, you
if
could.
you ran a government and morality became subjective, right? So anyone can do anything. People can just get into your home, rape you, fuck you, and just if you scream to me, I'll say like, it's not a moral obligation. Get raped, you fucker.
You, st- you
I can
you
just
That
tell you
sounds
that.
like a great
That's your
society.
logic.
I want
you
to live
still
in that society.
you
Yes.
still did not you still did not answer me.
You want to live in the
I've told
He
you
kingdom.
doesn't want to live in that
no
society. He is
that
actually
that
enjoying the privileges right now, right? The society that keeps, the society which forces morality and keeps rapists away from him is allowing him to talk this much. To be really
but
honest.
that society does not have pro-extinction. The problem what we're having right now, like for example, I want to stop the
I mean,
suffering.
yeah,
Some
100 years
some
ago, like
oh my god.
100 years ago, slavery was also, legal.
Oh my god, Steve, just let me
That
continue, please. Please, man. Uh, I've already told you, if I want to stop the suffering, you would cheer me up. You would want me to stop the suffering. And I would be like you guys. I would want to stop the suffering. Matter of fact, I would fight to stop the suffering. But there is
no,
somebody next to
you
me.
shouldn't. No, no, no. You shouldn't stop my suffering. You forgot I'm not your son.
Just let me just let me
James is not your daughter. We are not
Steve,
your
Steve,
family.
just let me continue. This is a hypothetical. This is a hypothetical. This is a hypothetical, okay?
No, no, we
I'm
are
trying to
real. We are really not your
oh,
sons.
oh my
You
god.
are only
This is a
wired to help your sons and daughters, right? Why are you helping us?
Steve, this is a thought experiment. Let's okay. Just
So
let's
really, you
just
won't
say
help us. So you'll be like, let Steve get fucked.
Steve, okay, like for example, James, for example, wants the suffering to continue, okay? Wants, for example, James wants the suffering to continue. And you, Steve,
Mm.
you want to stop it, okay? Who is right and who is wrong?
I'm right.
Why?
Because suffering is bad, it's a moral fact.
You cannot get a note from a niece. I have already communicated that 100 times.
You
You
can if you're not a selfish piece of shit.
suffering, you just
Yeah,
accepted
what you're
suffering is
doing
bad.
here, okay? What you're doing here, James, you are accusing me on moral objectivity, or morality being
Yeah,
objective, which you
yeah,
cannot,
and you
because
don't
you
feel
And
still
you know
accused.
what? If
because
you rape a
because you
child,
still did
I'm
not
also
demonstrate
gonna
it,
accuse you.
because you still did not demonstrate that morality is objective. You cannot do that. You cannot accuse me of being a moral
I mean,
monster, except
you yourself
when you
accepted.
demonstrate it.
See, you yourself accepted that suffering is bad and it's a fact.
I've already told you you cannot get an
And
ought from
yeah,
an
if
it.
it what does it mean to be bad? Like what do you think that is? Like if it is bad, it should be stopped.
If it's
That's why
I,
we have made a word called bad in English. He's a bad man.
those are
These
just
are some bad
subjective.
apples, meaning don't
Those are,
eat them.
no, this is just language, man. This is just language. I've already
Yeah, that
given
is
you a statement.
language.
Like for
That's what
example,
I'm
you say
saying.
no,
You're
Steve,
literally all the moral subjectivists, you idiots, literally make me take English class. Go back to schools.
Steve. Let's be respectful to each other because I really love the good time we're having, okay? And like
Okay.
I could say that you've probably had a lot of bad, I don't know, let's like bad communicators in this life, for example, that didn't want to came from bad faith. I could
Okay.
I I am able to know, but let me assure you, I'm not one of them, okay? I'm just trying to express my opinions, and that's it. And having a good time, that's
Yeah.
it. All right?
And we are trying to establish facts.
And we're trying to
And any
establish
moral
that we
subjectivist
should put
is
an
an idiot.
end.
That's a fact.
We're saying we should put an end to child rape, and you're saying we shouldn't.
This
Yeah. And you're saying
that's
it's
not
not
what
a
I said,
fact that we
James.
should
That's not what
end
I said.
child rape.
What I've said, James, is you do not have a a moral.
Right, but you're just
A,
using
mo-
that as an excuse, right? So if a child is being raped, I'm not gonna find some bullshit philosophy reason to put an end to it, right? I'm not going to stand
no,
around saying we can't put an end to that child rape, guys. We need to get to the bottom of philosophical, subjective morality first. Do not stop that child rape yet. Wait. Open the book. Get the books open first. That's okay. That's just retarded, bro. If
I
that's the
mean,
world you want to
we
live in, then
let,
that's
let,
just
let,
retarded.
see, James and me, we are
let
clear.
me just
If
let me
somebody's
just
if somebody's raping you, we won't be like you know we won't turn on the stream yard and we won't be like this Abu or whatever he.
what?
What's your name? Like all skeptic. Him being
Yeah,
raped is a moral objective fact or a subjective fact. We won't be debating that on stream yard.
guys, guys, please just I want you to Google or search morality being objective or subjective. Just
Yeah,
okay,
believe me, we've been through the rounds with that already, and we've
let's
come
not
to
Yeah.
the conclusion
let's not,
that only a completely retarded person would need to think about any of that in order to stop a child from being raped.
Exactly.
no, no.
I mean,
Yeah.
so
You
you
still
wait,
don't,
No.
let him
guys.
speak, Steve. So
You still,
you would
you
go
still
through
don't
all the
understand
books
it, guys.
before.
You still don't understand it, guys.
Explain.
Of course, if I seen somebody suffering, of course I don't want him to suffer. Of course, I would try to defend and protect and things. But somebody
But
else
why?
doesn't.
Why?
But somebody else,
Why?
because
That's
okay,
not
okay.
your son.
Morality
Can I
is
answer?
subjective. You
Can I
shouldn't do
answer?
that.
Can I answer? Can I speak? Can I speak? It is because I'm just wired to do that. But the problem is somebody
Bruh.
else is not
Wait
wired
a
to do
second.
it.
You're not wired
Wait a
to do
second.
anything,
We
okay?
have to
The brain
establish some
works with
ground.
logic.
Wait a second.
One by
Even
one,
if
one
you
by
are a
one.
moral subjectivist, we have to establish some ground rules. You cannot keep changing your stances, right? Firstly, are you wired to only help your own son and daughter, or are you wired to
No,
help
no, no, no,
others?
no, no. It's
Just
a
clear
different
it up.
thing. It's a different thing. It's a different thing. I've told you that I'm
It's a different-
antinatalist. It's a different thing. I've told you that I'm antinatalist. I don't want my children. I don't want to see my
Okay,
children suffer. Yeah, okay.
okay,
But of course, as I
okay,
go on my life, as I go on my life, for example, I've seen a cat like probably is gonna get hit by a truck. Of course, I would like to save it, but somebody
but
else
why?
somebody else. I'm just wired to be compassionate, okay? But somebody else is
Ah,
not.
you are wired.
Somebody else is simply not wired like me and like you guys. Would you say that that person is being wrong on how? If you do that, you need to prove that morality is objective. That's it. Go on, I'm
So
still
yes,
waiting.
You're saying that if somebody doesn't stop a child rape, is
Hmm.
he on the wrong? Yes, he is on the wrong.
Is he on
Obviously,
what?
he is on the
No,
wrong.
I'm
He
saying
is
that there
on the
is no
wrong.
wrong. There is no wrong. There is no
Yeah,
right in
there is no wrong.
morality.
Then
There's
why
no wrong.
why do
Why what?
so? It's like he is not on the wrong. So
It's a
what we should
subjective
do is
preference.
like you know
It's a
like if James, if you feel like it, if a cat is going to be hit by a truck, what you should do is if
yes.
you feel like it, save it. But
It's a
tomorrow, if the
subjective
same cat is
preference.
going to be hit by a truck, tomorrow, if you feel differently, if you feel like taking the cat and coming to back to
Yeah.
your home, putting it into a blender, you, you do that,
It's
right?
a
So
subjective.
that's how the
This
society
happened.
should work.
This happened. This happened. Like people just get injured in their brain, and their whole moral preference changes. What I'm saying is,
Well,
morality
yeah.
is subjective. If
So
you're saying that I'm wrong, you need to prove morality is objective.
See, that
Otherwise, you can't.
doesn't make it. You see, that doesn't make it a not bad event, right? Not wrong event.
Not what? Not wrong event.
Yeah, that is what I've been telling you. Like if somebody
Wrong.
believes that Jesus is real because they are
That's a false
dumb,
analogy.
right?
That's a false
They are
analogy.
dumb, right?
Steve, I've already told you.
I'm calling out that they are dumb, right?
That's a
So
false
same way,
analogy.
if somebody is causing suffering, it's wrong. We call it out. That's it.
That's a
Yeah,
false
I agree
analogy.
that their
Why?
brain
Why?
is wired to do that.
Steve, this is a false analogy. I've already told you why. Because
Mhm.
you are comparing physical facts, like, for example, the earth revolves around the sun. This is a
If
physical fact. Why?
do you have a physical fact Jesus doesn't exist?
Jesus existed.
No, right?
I just don't, I just don't think that he turned water
And
into
that is
wine.
right.
But
That is
anyway,
not a fact. Like
yeah, yeah,
we are more.
yeah,
See,
yeah. So
atheists
that's a,
are more rational enough to believe in science and not magic, and
so
Christians are
you
dumb.
Hindus are also dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Muslims are dumb.
Finally, we can
But
agree
anyway,
on something.
okay, cheers.
Objective
But
fact.
what? What?
Objective fact.
Yeah, okay,
Hindus
okay.
and Christians are dumb.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Zoroastrian Muslims. Yeah, definitely. What I'm saying, I think, guys, you really don't like religious folks. But anyway, that's not the topic. What I'm saying is the false analogy is you cannot compare the Earth revolving around the sun because it's a physical fact. If I say, for example, the Earth is flat, the Earth is flat, I'm definitely wrong. But if I'm saying that rape is good, you cannot say that I'm wrong because you're expressing only a subjective preference. That's all I'm saying.
Is it physically impossible for me to say that's wrong?
Physically, yeah, you can use your mouth to say
Yeah.
it physically.
So I can say
Physically,
yes, that's wrong.
yeah, yeah, you could,
So
and
yeah, okay. So that's what I'm going to
somebody
do.
else
I'm going to
could say
say
that's
if
right.
you raping a child is wrong, and I'm sorry that it's so hard for you to to agree with that. I mean, it should be easy to understand that child rape is wrong, making others suffer is wrong.
But yeah,
Toddlers learn this at age 2, right?
the same
Age
way a
two.
flat earther, if you say if you are wrong, he won't agree with you.
Children know
That's
this.
that's not the same
Yeah,
thing, guys. You're comparing physical
it is the
facts
same thing.
with
It is the
subjective
same thing.
preferences.
It
Suffering,
is.
No,
bro,
no, it's
suffering
not.
being bad. Why did we invent the word bad?
Dude,
I mean, James,
dude,
you're from England, right? You're an
you cannot.
English person. Tell me
Yeah.
what's bad.
So
What
Are
is
you
bad?
talking to Are you
Why,
talking to
why did
James?
oh, no? I'm just talking to James. Just for a second. So just tell
Okay.
me, like, when you are growing up, what does your mom tell you? Like, what did she define bad to you as? What did your teachers tell you? Like, what was bad? Like, that is a bad person. That
hurting
these are
others,
some bad. The milk has gone
not
bad.
helping others, not helping
Not
others or hurting others.
yeah.
That's
You're
bad,
That's what we
you're
define. Like
right?
that's
you're
what we
using
define. That is also a fact.
you're using intuition, but it's deeper than
Bro,
that.
So
round and flat
maybe
is also
it's
a word,
just
bro.
criminals that don't, and disabled
Why
people that
one by
don't
one, one by
understand
one?
this kind of
Let's go
thing,
with
right?
James. Go on, because I cannot
Yeah,
listen to two
because
people
James
at the
is
same time.
easier.
Go on, Steve. You go. You've talked more than him.
Yeah.
Okay, so
No,
Okay,
that's
go,
what I'm
Steve.
saying.
So are you
Round means
saying
round, flat means flat, bad means bad.
Those are physical facts. Those are physical facts we can
okay?
empirically demonstrate.
These
Let me
are
ask you a
But you
English
question.
cannot.
words. These are
Could
English
you?
words used to
Could you?
define
Oh my God!
facts.
Could you empirically demonstrate morality? Could you
What do
empirically
you
do
mean
that?
by
Empirically do
what do you
that?
mean by bro? You just said suffering is bad, and you just
Oh my
agreed to
God!
it.
It is bad, but you
Why
cannot
do
get
I?
a note from
Why
Niv.
do I
How is
need
it
to
bad? Is
empirically
it objectively
demonstrate?
bad or subjectively bad?
I've listened to none of you because you spoke at the same time.
Go
So
ahead,
One,
James.
is suffering subjectively bad or objectively bad?
suffering is objectively bad because of neurology, yes.
Right. So some things can be objective then.
Yeah, those things we could demonstrate them in a lab.
Right. So would it be good to have less of a bad thing?
You cannot demonstrate the same thing. This is what I'm
I mean,
saying.
it's literally like
For
the polar
it's not
opposite, right? What's the opposite
it's
of bad? It's good, right? I mean, this
it's
is
not
like one plus
okay.
one. Yeah, this is
Okay,
easy stuff. Come on.
let's okay. Let me elaborate. Like for example, you would rather not get your stuff stolen, okay? But I simply do not care about that. I would steal your stuff. For example, would you say that
We
I've
have
done a bad?
established that you are an
Yeah,
immoral
we've
person.
established that,
Move
right?
on.
No, no. Would you, Steve, man, Steve, would you be able to say that I'm objectively doing something wrong? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So who let me ask, who
yeah.
does that matter
Okay.
to? Who does
Bro.
that matter
Wait
to?
a second. Did you
What
Why
just
not?
ask
example?
it on a live? Like, can you objectively say that stealing is bad? You
Saying
just asked that
what?
on a live. Like,
Probably.
you just leave a bag out there, and I just take it. And can you say that it's objectively bad? Like, what the
No,
fuck?
no, no. Like, prove it.
That is the
But
definition of bad, bro.
what?
That is the definition of bad. That's the literal definition of bad. Like, that's the exact example my teacher gave me in kindergarten to define the word bad.
No, no. Well, probably I have misword. But prove it. Like, prove it. That's what I'm saying. Like, prove it to be bad. Prove it to be bad. Objectively bad. Okay.
I
Like, for
mean,
example,
I cannot, no. I cannot prove an apple is an apple. That's just what my kindergarten teacher taught me. I cannot
you
objectively
didn't
prove it.
understand.
Sorry. I don't know how
Let
to because nobody has ever done this before.
You didn't understand. No, the morality has been moral debates have been raging for quite a lot of years now. But anyway,
Yeah,
if
those are all morons. Same as Christian debaters, Muslim debaters, Hindu debaters. All
that's
philosophers
not
are morons.
it's
It's
not the
right
same
in
thing,
front
Steve.
of you. Suffering being the bad thing. It's right in front of your eyes.
It's
Right.
not the
Suffering
same.
needing to be stopped. The suffering not being justified by anything is right in front of your eyes. You don't need all the philosophy bullshit. Whether what
Steve,
Jesus said is right or prophet said is right. You don't need any of that bullshit.
it's not the same thing. Like for example, if we have in the Bible Jesus turning water into wine, of course we cannot believe in that. Okay, but
Why do you
if
not
somebody
believe in that? It's subjective. I believe Jesus turned water into wine.
anyway, the
What,
problem is
what do you mean
with
anyway?
morality.
Can
Because
you
this is
can
not
you
our.
objectively prove to me that Jesus didn't turn water into wine?
Do you have evidence for that?
I mean, do you have evidence for rape not being bad?
Yeah, well, you want to stick in one topic. You want to stick in one topic, Steve. Let's do that. We're
Why?
talking about
You're gonna
Jesus.
give me evidence.
You're talking about Jesus now. You're talking about Jesus.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
stick to Jesus. Give me evidence that he
Okay.
turned water into wine.
I mean, you give me evidence that rape is not bad. I'm just
It's not the.
trying to
It's not the
get
same
you to
thing.
an analogy. That's it.
It's not the same thing.
Yeah,
It's not the
that's
same thing. I've told you it's a false analogy. Like for
it
example,
is literally the same thing. Like
The
you're
earth,
just saying that give me evidence, right? I'm also saying you give me evidence that
the
rape is
earth.
not bad.
Oh my, this is so hard.
Yeah, it is hard.
The earth being flat or round is a physical fact that we could demonstrate. But
Mhm.
rape
Suffering is
being
a
bad,
suffering being bad is a physical fact.
you cannot get a note from a nails. Just because it is bad does not make us morally obligated to
What
stop it.
note do you want? I don't
What? What?
understand.
What oath?
What is that note from a nail? What is that thing?
Like for example, me and you guys in this panel. For example, if we see a woman getting raped, we would want to intervene, but somebody else would want to
I mean, I
join.
don't know about you.
But anyway, okay, you two guys, okay, you two guys, you want to interfere, okay, but
Yeah.
somebody else wants to join. Would you say that he is objectively doing a bad thing, a wrong
Yes,
No,
thing?
I would just
yes,
say
Okay,
he is doing a
demonstrate
bad thing.
how.
yeah,
How?
he is.
I
Because
wouldn't
you're
fuck about
because
with
you're
the philosophy stupidity. I would just
Bro,
do the
again
right
and
thing.
again, you are making a clown out of yourself. You're just saying like, if I steal, is it bad? If I join a rape, is it bad? Like what the fuck?
These are questions that a 1-year-old would ask, right? Mom, if
uh,
I rape
in,
someone, is it
you,
bad?
I think
Yes, it is,
I
Johnny.
I
It's
think you
pretty
guys
bad.
you guys are approaching this from intuition, but it's way deeper than that. But anyway, it's been a good time. You haven't
Okay.
responded to me, but
Well,
it's been a
go
fun
ahead.
time. Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
Uh,
Okay.
But I would have to go now because it's very unproductive. You're basically just laughing with your friend. But anyway, it's been a
I
good time.
mean, if if you say like we have to stop rape, like that would have been productive.
If we
Obviously,
stop wait,
a debate about joining rape is
okay,
unproductive.
okay. You like for example, you say stopping rape being
Obviously.
unproductive. Stopping rape being what? Productive or unproductive? What did you say?
I mean, you just said the
You
debate
want
wasn't productive. Like it would have been productive if you just
please.
said, not joining rape is like good, and stopping rape is good. That would
Okay,
have been productive.
I would say one last thing, and I would like it to be addressed to. Okay, you Steve, you want to stop rape. Okay, presumably we have Jackson who wants to join the rape. Could you objectively demonstrate that he is doing something wrong about a reality in the universe? Could you do that?
Yeah, Jackson is wrong. Michael Jackson is wrong.
Okay,
James
Jackson
is
is
wrong.
wrong.
Anybody
Okay,
anybody who joins
okay,
rape is wrong. I have to say
okay,
that.
okay. Well, it's been a good time, guys. Thank you.
Let's just agree that rape is wrong, and thank you, everyone.
Objectively
Um,
wrong? No.
so that's two agree
Bruh.
rape is bad, one not so much.
One. Okay,
But
okay, all right. Because you outnumber me. But anyway, it's
I
been it's
mean,
been a great time, James and
yeah.
Steve, and keep posting videos and good job,
I
guys.
mean, I am happy to take you on one again. Like you give so much content.
What? I give so much
I'm
what?
happy to take you on
Content.
one. I need the
Not if you.
content.
Oh, of course. Yeah, yeah.
Not
Great.
not if I what? Not if I also join the rape. Fuck off.
You
I'm
you
not
just
gonna do that.
you just invited me and didn't invite
Yeah.
me at the same time.
I mean, I thought you would be a normal person in a society who at least doesn't support like extreme shit like rape.
Okay, wait. Let me say something. You simply haven't understood the slightest philosophical point I was trying to make. But anyway,
In
Hmm.
justification of rape.
I haven't
like
understood a lot of philosophies. I don't understand Christianity. I don't understand
it's
the Bible. I don't
that's clear.
understand Quran because
That that's
that's all bullshit for
it
me to
is clear.
understand.
It is actually clear that you don't understand a lot of philosophies. But I have fun,
Yeah.
guys. Thank you for bringing me in. See you.
Fucking rapists, eh? not convinced him
I
of
mean,
anything.
rewind the questions, right? If you just leave a bag out there, and if I just take it, am I bad? I mean, of course you're. What the fuck are you talking about? What the shit?
No,
This is.
this guy could be like a serial killer or something. Honestly, serial rapist. I think he has some sort of
I mean,
obsession with rape
see,
being
see,
good.
I just pointed it out. Like, he just has to rethink his statements, right? I just stolen your bag. Am I objectively bad? I mean, I just pointed it out. Then also he doesn't understand. Then he goes like, if there is someone raping in the room, if somebody joins, is it objectively bad? I mean, you're just giving more examples.
Yeah, a seriously deranged individual.
I mean, what the fuck is morality then? So I've been, I mean, James, I'm not an English native, but what I've been taught in school, what is morality is that morality is a subject that deals with good and bad, the do's and don'ts,
No,
right?
Steve. In school, the teacher said there is no morality. Do whatever the fuck you want.
You
Yeah.
just imagine, bro, like my English teacher, I'm a kindergartner, and my English teacher is taking a class. She's coming to the word bad. What does the word bad mean? She talks the same like this guy, right? She's asking like, if somebody steals your bag, is it bad? Is it objectively bad? Imagine the students.
Oh man.
What the fuck is this?
Basically,
I
just
mean,
he's a rapist, right?
see, you do not have to know Christianity in and out to say that it's bullshit, right? So it's obviously bullshit. Like, it's not based on facts, it's based on magic and stuff. Right? It's not, it doesn't have evidence, right? So if words aren't supposed to mean what they mean, I don't know, man. Like, how do you? This is what these philosophy morons do every day, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you can be moving towards ending rape, or you can be against moving towards ending rape, right? So it's just word games, word salad, and is the real world doesn't work like that, right?
that is
The idea
that is
that
morality, right?
you
To
can't
give,
help someone unless there's objective morality, you shouldn't help them. Like,
yeah. So we have these do's and don'ts, right? So in the name of laws, yeah, in even in education system, we say like, don't do this, don't do that. We teach morality to kids. So what the fuck that supposed to mean? Like, if morality doesn't have weight, like they just cancel the concept. Right? So they just cancel
morality is
laws.
cancelled.
Morality is then you should cancel laws also, right? You shouldn't be protecting these people. Like, you just say the thing like, this is these do's and don'ts is what is keeping society in place, right? So if you just take out these laws, there's probably going to be a purge, right? My neighbor is going to rape someone. Right, the people right below me are going to get raped. Right, that is morality itself is a concept that came into existence because, like, you had to force the right thing, because he's right on one thing though, because it's determinism. Some people are going to want to rape, right? Some people are going to want to do bad things, right? But morality came into place to force them not to do it,
Mm.
right? That is why we need morality. This is exactly the thing that is being said by pro-lifers also. They are saying like, for our pleasures, we'll be sadistic, we'll allow life to continue, we'll allow child rapes to continue. Let 5,000 get fucked every day. Why do we care? We want to play our video games. That's what the pro life is saying, right? So obviously they are wrong to want to rape
Yeah.
children. Obviously they need to be forced. The right thing needs to be forced on them,
Hmm.
right? So we can't just say that, just rape the kids. Even what I'm saying is not right. I'll just fuck off and go home. What the fuck is that? Why? I mean, like, these moral subjectivists, like, right? How do they even want society to function? Like, do they, like, don't blame the rapists, like, let them out of prisons, or what the fuck?
Your Honor, I challenge you to prove that what I did to that woman was wrong.
You're wrong.
Yeah, yeah, shut the fuck up. Go to prison.
Yeah, earth is not flat. It is round. Round is a word which was also taught by my kindergarten teacher.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just morons finding excuses to be selfish and evil.
exactly. So philosophy itself, I think, is a fight on an academic level to prove their own bullshits, right? So even Christianity is a philosophy. Islam is a philosophy, right? They're not right, right? You don't have to be like, this is not rocket science. They are not right. It's as simple as that, right? Just like Earth is a sphere is a fact. There are Christians are not right. Islamists are not right. Hindus are not right. The right thing to do,
I
the
love, I
only
love
right
how
thing to do.
he tried to insult you by saying Hinduism was bad and stupid.
I mean, he should have at least looked at my name, right? The name is not a fake name or something. It's my real name, right? So, like, I'm not even a Christian. I'm an atheist. You should have at least seen my previous debates. Yeah,
Okay, well, thank you for coming, everyone. We are going to try and get more debates soon, so watch this space. Thank you, Steve. Thank you,
yeah.
all skeptic. Don't agree with rape, but hey.
Don't join
All right.
rape. Don't steal bags. Right? They're all wrong things. Right? Bad means bad. That means something you shouldn't do.
Prove it.
That's it.
Uh, okay, thanks, everyone. See you next time.